Show you how to pressure can with the All-American pressure canner. It is a gasketless canner. It's one of the it is the safest canner on the market. This is model 930, so it's the big one. Okay, this is the All-American pressure canner 930. This one here will do 14 quarts at a time, or 18 pints at a time. This I find super helpful when you're doing things like beans, not green beans, but dry beans and meat, because you can get a lot done at a time because it is a long canning process for meats and those kinds of things. So here you have the top. You can see it's gasketless. This is what it looks like. This here fits down into the stock pot itself. It has your gauge here, so you can see exactly how much pressure is in it. It has your vent here. It has your safety pop off. So here's the top. In the bottom here, the only thing that you may find different than if you've been canning with a Presto or something is that we have these screw downs, okay? This is what actually screws the lid down and makes it to where that we don't have to replace a gasket. It's a gasketless canner. So in the bottom here, let me just show you really fast. We have 7 quarts already. So what you do is you have, just like your regular normal canner, you're going to have about 1.5 inches or 2 inches of liquid, and then you're going to load your first 7 jars. So there we have it. And then we're just going to come in here with our divider, and we're going to load the next 7 quarts, okay? Hopefully that didn't make you all too dizzy. I've got this up on high, getting it hot. These are hot but bearable. So when you load it from opposite sides. So here we have, I do my center first, and then I do one here, and then I'll do one here. So so it keeps balance. That is also how, when we go to put the lid on, we will do that. Same way. As you can see here, I am using some traditional canning lids. I'm also using some Tadler lids, okay? Now, I know I'm going to get some feedback from this, slack, if you will. I don't use all Tadlers because I find that I don't get as good of ratio of sealed jars, okay? So in these 14 quarts, you know, if one of the Tadlers doesn't seal, no big deal, we'll have it for separate, okay? But I don't want to have 3 quarts of beans not sealing. So that's how I kind of do my Tadlers. I use a little, some of the regular and then some of the Tadlers. Now the Tadlers, you have to, I got a different canning video showing you how to use them. They are a little bit of a learning curve. So here we have our All-American, ooh, that's hot, loaded and ready to go. Turn this so you can see it. On the front of your canner, there will be this indentation here in it, and it's a little mark. And then on your top, you're going to see also this little arrow. So you line this arrow up with the mark. Okay, so you're actually sitting it down cockeyed. See, do you see this part? It's going to slide under this part. Okay, so I'm just putting it on there. Okay, it's flat all the way around. And then what I'm going to do is twist it to where this arrow here lines up with this mark, okay? So, twist it. Now, I don't know if you can see it on there, but the arrow is lined up with the indicator here. Now, what we do is we take opposites. We're going to flip these up One on the back side, one on the front side. And we're going to tighten them down. I don't tighten them too tight. I just finger tight this first time. And then we go turn and we do opposites again. So I'm taking this back one and this front one. And I'm tightening them just barely snug. And then I'll go around and tighten them again. And then again, opposites. So there's 6 on this. Oh, sometimes it's not screwed out enough to come up. Circle there. I have fingers that, thankfully, there we go. So again, we're just tightening this. Now that I've gotten them snug, I'm actually going to go back and tighten, okay? So now we're going to twist all of these tight. Okay, so it's lined up, everything's good. Here, again, we've got this burner on high. When it starts steaming out this, whoops, my burner here, shift it over, there we go. You do need, I'm going to tell you, you need a good heavy stove to can with this All-American because it weighs a lot. I mean, there's 14 quarts in there. So you need a good heavy stove. If you have a light duty stove, I would not try the All-American 930. But we got this on high. Got them all tied down really good. Here is where your weight goes. When this starts spewing out, pressure starts coming out of it, I let it go about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes, and then I put my weight on it. Now I've got beans here, so it's going to be 10 pounds of pressure, beans with meat in them. So it's going to be 10 pounds of pressure. So this is going to go off for about 10 minutes. I'm going to put my 10-pound weight on here, and then this dial is going to start going up. And you can see when it hits 10 pounds, this ringer, the weight will start jiggling. And that's when I'm going to set my timer. This is 90 minutes for these soup beans. So you can see here, it looks just like if you've worked with a Presto, same type of weight. So I'm going to put it here, 10 pounds, put this on like this after it's spewed off 10 minutes, and then your weight will go up. Now, when this goes off, the 90 minutes has passed, I'm going to turn this off, burner off. I'm going to watch this gauge. When it goes down to 0, and then a few minutes there and after, I'm going to, take off my weight here, and it shouldn't have any pressure when I take it off. And then you are going to turn this a little to the left so that this little piece here slides out, so then you can unscrew these. So, and just like you did putting it on, you're going to go opposites. So I'm going to do this one and this one. I'm going to unscrew them. Not till they fall off, not till they leave. I kind of do it the same way I tighten them. So I'll loosen them, loosen these, and then go around and swing them down and take off the top. Always when you're using a canner, always make sure when you get ready to lift the lid, lift it towards the back so the steam can come out the back and not toward your face, okay? Ooh, those are still hot. I did black-eyed peas this morning in pints, and it will hold 18 pints or 14 quarts. You can still see where they're hot and bubbly there. So, I hope that was helpful in using your All-American canner. I just like the fact that you can can so much at one time, but like I said, you do have to be cautious. as far as like your stove, because this is extremely heavy. I do not lift this canner when it's full. I let it cool right here, take off the top right here, and unload the jars. Now with my Prestos and stuff that just do 7 quarts, you know, it's fine. And I can lift this if I need to, but there's just no sense of it. I let it go right here. So, you all have a blessed day. Happy canning.